up, y'all? What's cracking? What's popping? What's lacking? It's been a little bit since I've been on here, and I posted a video that actually went back up just because life has been happening. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about a situation. The reason I wanted to talk to you guys about the situation is because it was a crazy, it was a crazy thing that happened. And I think it's a great opportunity for everybody to learn a little bit of something, right? So sometimes, we do things and we don't understand the ramifications of what we're doing, right? And sometimes I feel like we completely understand the ramifications and we play stupid, you know. And so I had a situation where somebody was completely playing stupid when they did something that they knew was out of line. And just in the process of that happening, I was like, okay, this might be a learning moment for people. Hello, how y'all doing? Great to see y'all. This might be a great moment for other people to learn uh, about just situations, right? So, you guys might have seen that we had the barbecue world championship cook off, right? And in that, it was an amazing night. Had a great time. Everybody was able to really enjoy themselves, but we did have something happen that sort of messed up the vibe for a minute, right? So normally when we have the cook off, we don't ever partner with anybody. We don't ever team them up with any other companies. But this year we decided to do a different strategy, and we allowed another group to come in, and we let that group actually sell tickets and do something. Okay, so that's fine, that's cool. And so we set up the tent every year. The actual cook-off team, the barbecue championship cook-off team, goes. We set up the tent. We get everything ready for the night of our. It's 3 nights, so it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I didn't want to flick y'all off. And then Sunday we tear down everything. So on Thursday night, what's up, y'all? Make sure y'all like the video. So on Thursday night, we have the first night that we allow other people into the tent. They're selling tickets. It's great. We have a full night. I posted a video for that. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but it was a great night. And then the second night, we come in and we what's up? How you doing? The second night we come in. Okay, so this is the night that there's one of the guys who I think that he was on coke, because when he was arguing, spoiler alert, when he was arguing, he was going like when he was arguing. Okay, now that if you guys have ever seen somebody who does coke, they do that a lot. Okay, so he was mad, but the thing is, he started the whole day just coming up to people. The tent had already been open, people were already coming in, and he was one of those guys who he's sort of heavy set, but he kept on getting in people's space. So I heard him talking and say, man, he was talking about somebody else, saying, man, he's lucky because when he got in my face, I was going, you never know what I'm going to do. And when I heard him saying that, I was like, okay, so you're ready to start something. So I was standing up there, and then he walked up to me. He's like, hey, I need to talk to you. Now, keep in mind, I'm big on my personal space, right? So if you're this length, look, this is a remote control, y'all. Y'all see this remote controller? Okay, this is my hand. This is the remote controller. If you're within arm's length, hand's length, I can't get away from you. You're too close. All right. So you got about 12 inches to where I'm ready to fight you. Okay. And so I backed him up. I said, hey, you need to get out of my face. All right. He was like, no, I need to talk to you. No, what you need to do is get out of my face because we're about to have a problem. Bottom line is, it was one of those situations where there's so many police officers out there that if you get into a fight, you will immediately go to jail. Okay. I don't want to go to jail in front of our tent because we're one of the few black tents that are out there. Okay. There's like maybe 4 black tents, right? So out of like the 100 and something tents, there's only like 4 black tents. I don't want to be out here fighting with a black guy in front of the tent, right? So he kept on talking, and he was saying, this is my tent. This is my tent. Now keep in mind, all they put up was some chandeliers, and some, I think the guy was high on coke, but he put up some curtains also. And so he was talking to my brother, and he was like, did you put this tent together with your two bare hands? And my brother was like, yes. And he was saying, no, this is my tent. This is my tent. Y'all just in it. This is my tent. So anytime you have somebody like that, there's, first off, there's really no arguing with a person who's going to act like that. Anytime somebody wants to take credit for the work that you've done, it's going to make you either get super frustrated, or it's going to make you try to prove yourself. You can't prove yourself with somebody like that, right? So when you have a situation like that, you have to make up in your mind, is it worth me ruining the reputation of this tent by beating this dude's ass in front of everybody? Or is it worth me saying, you know what, this is a learning lesson, because in the near future, we're not going to have people like this coming back to the tent, right? So it was one of those situations where there were other members of their crew, of their business, that were there, and they were watching it happen, and they were like, wow, this guy is really embarrassing our brand. And the whole time he's arguing, he ended up leaving and coming back, and then he did it with the cops, and then the cops were like, hey, you can't be doing this out here, and the cops had to take him off. Okay, so he ended up getting arrested because of it. But the whole point is, sometimes you'll build something really beautiful, right? You'll build something where you have a whole following and people who are really into what you're doing, and they're willing to celebrate you. And it takes a couple people to come in there who can really see the value in what you're doing and try to destroy it for their glory. And that was one of the situations. Yeah, there's just no way to convince them that they are wrong or change their minds. Exactly. So sometimes when people act like that, it's just a lesson for you. And it was a great lesson, because in the future, I don't think I would ever want to partner with another person. Just because you never know what you're going to get out of it. You never know if you're going to build something beautiful and pure, that you have people. I'm talking about, we've had people coming in this tent. We've had the tent for over 13 years. So we've had some people who have literally been coming every year for 13 years. And a majority of the people have come at least 5 years. Okay. So every year it gets bigger and bigger. Okay. So this year we have 170 capacity for occupancy. This year, on multiple nights, we sold over 500 tickets. Okay, this place is packed. I'm talking about in the walkway area. This is absolutely packed, and we've never had any issues like this. Okay, so if you're in the process of building something, I say all this to just be a learning lesson for you guys. I really hate these people. They just hate to see you make something nice, no matter how small or big. It's hard to deal with. Exactly. A lot of these people, they just don't understand the value in having a brand, okay? And that's what the tent has become. It's a brand. It's a place that all people can go, especially black people. It's a place where black people can go, and they know they're going to find very attractive black people. This is where all of the beautiful women go, okay? This is the tent for black people. So it's not saying that white people can't come. They come too, but this is where the black people meet up. Okay, so it was a moment to where you just realize it doesn't matter what you're trying to create. You will always have people watching you create things, and they will try to take over what you're doing for their own selfish needs and wants. Okay, so it's not saying that you can't do what you want to do. It's just saying you have to be very precautious about how you go about building your brand, because your brand can be ruined by, hey, we're going to fight in front of the tent and just beat this guy up and not have to worry about it. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? You could do that. But the problem is, everybody around you, all the other tents, are going to look at it and say, wow, that was a really trashy moment. And I love the fact that instead of doing that, we allowed it to just play out its own way. And now we don't have to deal with that guy anymore. Now we don't have to deal with that team. Well, it's not that we don't want to deal with that team. We just don't want to deal with that guy. I would be okay with dealing with other people from the team because they're very understanding. But you do not want to be stuck in a situation where you have somebody who is trying to act like, because he put in, I'm telling you, build this tent, it's pretty expensive. Okay, to make the night go, it's very expensive. And he was one of those guys who he's a club promoter. So he's used to, oh, I get free tickets, they get free tickets, they get free tickets, free, 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 free. No, that's not how we work. Everybody has to have a ticket. We're not about to play this game that you feel like is a normal thing because you're a club promoter and you're used to getting free people in for free all the time. That's not how we work. This isn't a club. This is a cook-off tent, okay? You charge to get in on the grounds, and you get charged to get into every single tent. Sadly, fighting with people who are in the wrong will affect your image too sometimes and make you look trashy. Exactly. And it's not even about beating up the guy. It's about allowing your brand to be successful. Because when you have people like that, they're going to ruin your business in the attempts of trying to make themselves look good. So I'm just really happy that we had people around who were able to record the situation. We had officers around to take care of the situation. Because when he came there earlier, there were no officers. And then when he came back later, then there were more officers. So that was a beautiful moment. So happy that they were there. Just because he's one of those guys who's super belligerent. So just word to the wise, when you're creating something, be careful on who you let in on what you're creating. Because there's a lot of people who really just want to take away the beauty of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they will really ruin what you're trying to do in the effort of trying to exalt themselves. So if you're building something, be careful. If you have a business, be careful. If you're trying to build a team, be careful who you bring in. And I've experienced this on multiple fronts. Just me having my own business, me having a band before. I realized how you can have one person come in and just have bad energy, and it can really throw off the energy of everybody. So when you're in the process of creating, allow yourself to be very secretive. Sometimes you have to be quiet, you know. The night went well. Other than that, I mean, there was also another DJ that these people tried to bring in, and he got mad because we asked him 3 times, how can I help you? So he was supposed to come in and mix in. So I'm the one who's in charge of the sound, all the electrical, all of that stuff. And so he came in and was asked, can I help you? And he was like, he got upset. And so he sat outside the tent. Now this is the time when he's supposed to be getting in and patching in. So we have a DJ who's normally there every year, and that DJ so happened to show up, which he wasn't supposed to, but he ended up showing up, right? So there was a girl DJ named Joy who was there. She was supposed to be gone by like 8 o'clock, right? Now at this time it was 7:45. Okay, 7:45 was when she needed to start switching off. So I'm switching her out with our DJ who got there early because he wasn't even supposed to be there, but he got there early. So I'm trying to switch her out with him. Old boy's outside and he's upset. We're asking him, how can we help you? You know, so that you can get everything together. He's upset. And then he said to one of the guys who brought him in, hey, y'all pay me the money, I'm gonna give y'all back the money. He's like, y'all got me on the posters. Now keep in mind, we didn't have him on the posters. The other group that brought him in had him on their posters. That has nothing to do with us. It has nothing. We are not going to miss you being here or not being here. You can do whatever you want to do, bro. And so it was one of those situations again where you have these people with these big egos acting like we need to stop everything and bow down to them in order for them to be happy when they're completely bystepping everything that we should be doing. So just know that there will be times when you're creating things that you will have other people trying to take over what you're doing. And there will be other times when you're trying to create something authentic that there will be other people who disrespect what you're trying to create. And at no point in time should you allow that disrespect or the sabotage to take away from what you're trying to create. Okay, because what you're trying to create is a vibe. It's a momentum. Okay, you can't let that momentum get ruined because somebody has a bad attitude. There's always going to be somebody who doesn't see the vision. There's always going to be somebody who's mad at you for doing something that they would do if they were in your same position. Okay, and you don't realize that until you own something, until you start something. And that's why I implore all of you guys, please start a business or start something that is your own so you can really understand the power of creation. Okay. I think the whole world would be a better place if we allow ourselves to really be a part of things from the ground up. We'll have so much more appreciation for the bigger companies and the smaller companies, right? I'd be so embarrassed if I acted like that. And I think that was the thing. The whole team was so embarrassed by it, um, to where they were like, okay, we don't even know what to do at this point. This is just embarrassing for us. And it's really sad because it was like a younger group, that was trying to do it. When I say younger, I mean like younger than the people who started. Excuse me, younger than the people who started the tent. So, yeah, very difficult, very crazy to see it happen, and just sort of sad. But I implore all of you guys, if you have a passion, if you have something that you really want to do, allow yourselves to go out and try to do it, and be aware that there are other people who want to tear down what you're trying to create. So be cautious, but don't allow that to stop you from doing what you want to do, okay? Because other than that, we had a great night. Over 1,000 people came to the tent. So that's great considering we have 170 capacity. Okay, so do you understand that, like, at no point in time were we under 170 people in this tent? Okay, there was people all outside, and it was a great vibe. Great vibe. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you're creating something. Stick to what your ideas are, and make sure you have enough people around you who can keep the consistency and keep the integrity of what you're building, and stick to that. There's a lot of people who are around who had our back. So, like, even if something would have popped off, I don't think he understood it, but there was a lot of people who would have been down for whatever had to happen. And I think that's a beautiful thing to happen. But yeah, we're in a different phase now. We are starting to phase in a younger generation into the tent, for management. And so that includes me, it includes my brother, and it is just a new time. And so just being aware of what comes with running something, and making sure it all goes well. So I'm glad overall it was a success. It was a success, even though you had those problems. Yeah, and they were small problems. Honestly, altogether, they were really small. Oh my God, the weekend. That is funny. But yeah, it is very amazing to be able to grow something so authentic, and have an awesome, group of people who are there willing to support it. So when you're out there creating, be authentic, be bold, but also be um, bold enough to stick in your ways that got you where you're at. Okay, don't allow other people to change you just because they offer money or whatever. So bottom line is, they ended up getting their chandeliers, they got their little curtains, and we were like, all right, y'all be safe. They tried to make a VIP session, and we were like, nah, you have beautiful eyes, thank you so much, I appreciate that. um and just allow yourself to be very wise, because there's so many people that would love to see you slip so that they can take your spot. I've been looking a lot into videography lately, and so there's this shot that you see in this movie called A Wonderful Life, where James Stewart is like looking off to the camera, and you see a twinkle in his eyes, like a twinkle. And so I was just looking after you said, you have beautiful eyes. I was looking and I saw like a little twinkle right there, and I think it comes from it actually comes from the phone. But when I saw that, they were talking about how rare it is that you see that in films now, where you see those little twinkles. And I just want to incorporate that. I was thinking about my short film, and just how I want to incorporate cool shots, and things that you normally don't see. Because I feel like a lot of times you see movies, it's like Netflix movies and stuff, and you're just like, everything is so standard. And it's not bad to be standard, but it is nice to have your own thing. Like Spike Lee with the walk that he does with the trolley cart. I love that. How's the short film going? It's going well. I am still writing. I have already started shooting some, but I'm still writing parts, and trying to figure out how I want to actually make the story go. I have not got far enough into the story to where I'm like, I'm stuck with all of this. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, Netflix doesn't really look good anymore with their new stuff. Yeah, I mean, some of it looks great. Like there was this movie back in the day called Jingle Jangle, which still holds up. But they always have stuff. What was that movie? Call Me Dolomite. Dolomite. That was a great movie too. So yeah, sometimes they have great stuff. So I'm not against anybody. I'm just saying I want to be one of those people who, when you see my films, you know, okay, this is a Troy Leonardo film. Yeah, I think that's really important. Just in my music, in my films, I want everything to scream, this is his thing. Now, that doesn't mean it needs to be perfect. I'm not trying to be Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg, but I would love to have a unique view that when you get into it, you just feel the gravitas and just know this is Troy's. And yeah, even the story. And I just think that that's beautiful. So I encourage all of you guys to get into stuff like that and to do more of that. But on another note, I ran all the audio this year. I rang out the system. I EQ'd the whole system, and it sounds so awesome this year. And it was crazy because on Saturday night, I got there late because my kids were doing a swim marathon thing where my daughter said that she was going to do 40 laps in the pool. My son said he was going to do 10, and my youngest said she was going to do 2. My oldest ended up doing her 40. My youngest ended up doing 21 laps, and then my son ended up doing 21 laps, and my daughter, my youngest daughter, she ended up doing her 2, and then just playing around in the pool. But it made me get there late. So once I got to the event, there ended up being the DJ was already on, and so the DJ he had other people calling me. It's super hard to get phone calls out of there because there's so much stuff going on. There's so much going through with Wi-Fi, and cell service is just absolutely atrocious. So he called me trying to get me in there, and then so by the time I got in there, I'm walking in the door, and the DJ's up there like, oh, oh. And so he's like, man, I told them not to touch it. I told them, hey, Troy put all this together, don't touch nothing. Wait till Troy gets here, because y'all gonna just make it worse. And it was just so funny, and he was so happy. And at the end of the night, he was like, I told, from now on, I'm not coming to the tent. I'm not DJing. I'm not doing nothing unless you're here. Because every time, man, you do it so nice. You could do it so fast. I came in there within like 2 minutes. I'm being modest. Literally, like within like a minute and a half, I had everything sounding how it was supposed to sound. And so it's just nice to be able to have that experience. And so I'm leaning more into a friend and I, a friend named Joe, who's on here a lot. He and I, we do sound for different events, and so we're leaning more into that and just getting more gear slowly but surely, and starting to do more live events. So I'm super excited about that because I love sound, I love audio, I love recording, I love doing all of that. So I'm super excited for the opportunity just to get out and start recording other people's stuff, making their stuff sound amazing, and just getting in the tech of everything, man. I love building studios, I love doing audio, love doing visuals. And so anytime I get a chance to do that, that's amazing. I already do videography. So it's really beautiful when you can allow your talents to grow and do more stuff. And Joe is a great person to work with on all of that. So I'm super excited for more opportunities. If you guys have any opportunities that come up, hit me up. I'd love to do it. Joe and I would love to come out there and take care of you guys. That's really nice. I wish I could swim. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, you got to learn how to swim, man. Unfortunately, I had a niece who passed away in a swimming accident, and so ever since then, I've been absolutely stuck on the fact that my children needed to learn how to swim because it's a traumatizing thing, you know, when you have a young one pass away. It's the weekend. That's funny. Yeah, it's traumatizing. So if you guys don't know how to swim, I would definitely suggest that you go out and you try to find somebody who can help you learn that. And if you have young ones, whether they're nieces or nephews, I think a great birthday present or Christmas present or anything like that would be allowing them to learn how to swim. That'd be great. I live in a peninsula close to the sea all my life. I'm afraid of water and I'm embarrassed about it. Don't be embarrassed, because in Greece, y'all have crazy storms and water, so it's all good. Nah, you the weekend. You're funny. No, not the weekend. It's sad when people die like that. Yeah, it's absolutely tragic. But it has made sure that my children can swim better than I can. So I think that that's amazing because I know I can't do 21 laps or 40 laps in the pool. And so the fact that they can, I'm super happy about that. Super proud just as a dad. I'm just so happy that they're learning and that they're so proficient at swimming. And, won't have to worry about that. But they're consistently learning. They're staying in swim lessons. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So that's just my PSA for the people who don't know how to swim out there. But yeah, right now I'm in the studio and getting some work in. So I love all you guys. No, the water is nice most of the time. I think at least on beach season. Understood. Understood. But I know anytime you're around water, you understand the dangerous nature of water. So whether it just be rain or whether it be a storm, you understand, hey, you need to have a comfortable distance sometimes, right? Hey, dude, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Great to have y'all here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure y'all like the video for me, please. That means so much to me. Just trying to build an amazing base, amazing community, an amazing family with people like you guys. Okay, it's so nice when I can come on here and not have crazy comments that are destructive to my mental sanity. So thank you guys for being here. I'm good. I'm really good. It's been a great day, a beautiful day. Today is the first day of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and it's the biggest rodeo in the world. And I got to take my children. It was great. They got to see everything, enjoy everything, and that's always beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Luckily, my hometown is just slop on no floods with storms. That's good. I thought you were from Thessaloniki, aren't you? Thessaloniki? Am I saying it right? Thessaloniki. I know I'm saying it right. But I figured since they were there, Thessaloniki is so close to the water that y'all would have worse storms. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, I'm from Thessaloniki, but the suburbs. Oh, you're saying it right. Oh, thank you so much. Oh yeah, so I guess it's different over there. Yo, dude, I've been curious. Uh, where you from though? I was born in New York, but raised in Houston. So Houston, Texas, Tejas. Yeah, but it's so amazing having you guys here. We're still trying to build an amazing base. I want to keep allowing you guys to see all the back. Um, so cool. Um, the background of what I'm doing, especially with shooting the short film and also with the audio, allowing you guys to see what's going on. I guess I'll go live a couple days at the rodeo, let you guys see how that's going, and really enjoy it. Today they gave out belt buckles on the first day of the rodeo, so everybody gets a Houston rodeo belt buckle when you first come in. I guess they got like maybe like 4,000 belt buckles, and after that it's done. I'm higher, not that close to the sea level. 50 minutes away from the sea by bus. Oh, understood. So you're cool. You're cool. You're like Galveston for us. So yeah, we're closer to Galveston, but Houston's got a little bit of distance, so we don't have to worry about the water that bad. But the storms when they come in, they tear Galveston up. But yeah, man, it's been so amazing talking to you guys. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you guys about, just being persistent. Don't allow things to tear you guys down. And I'm telling you guys, y'all may not think that y'all being here means anything, but it really does. I used to get like hundreds of people on these lives. There used to be a lot at certain points, and it was crazy. And I just feel like by you guys being here, I've grown a thicker skin and I'm more prepared for having more people on here because I know that there are people who support me. And then there's some people who just come on to say crazy stuff. But it's really nice when you have a message and you have people who appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the love. It's nice when we have those chats. Yes, I love the quick little chats where we can get in here, just be inspirational, and go about our day. I don't want to hold you guys too long. I know, especially in Greece, you guys have things to do because y'all are starting y'all's day. So honestly, I feel low key lost because I don't have NERE because I live in the capital of Pakistan. What's NERE? I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't have water because I live. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I know that that is a stressful thing. Um, one of the cooler things about like science is the way that you can get water. So like, there's a lot of different water filtration devices that you can build, and then like HVAC systems create condensed water. So if you see any of those on like big buildings, you can always collect their water and then filter their water. Normally, it takes like sand. Well, in order, it would be like sand, then pebbles, then charcoal, and then you can filter it straight out. So just FYI. And yeah, 6 a.m. Wow, that's crazy. And so if you have anybody who has systems like that, you can always take their water and filter their water. And then you can always take, rainwater and filter that also, even though you don't really have to filter it. But, sometimes there's all kinds of crazy stuff in the air. So you want to filter it if you can. Oh, no, I mean the sea. Oh, near me. The capital is actually very, very developed. Hey, and I know that I normally see stuff like that, but when I saw that when you say you didn't have water, I was thinking like you literally didn't have water. But yeah, I would love to visit. I have my children making a list of all the places that they want to go, and I would literally love to go to the Middle East and just see everything because I find that Americans have a bad perception of everything that's going on over there just because we have so much propaganda. So I would love to actually go over, see everything, allow my children to see it. And it's just a beautiful country and a beautiful area and has so much history. And I think that it's very relevant for us all to understand, the beauty that's there and the history that's in these areas. So yeah, that's awesome. Luckily, all my teachers will go to a convention, so I don't have any class and can stay up late. Oh, that's awesome. That's always really nice. Oh no, Pakistan is great. All the tourists that have came here were very satisfied. I bet it's absolutely beautiful there. You guys have so much stuff going on, and I'm a history nerd. So anytime I can go somewhere where I can really enjoy like things that most people my age, I guess, don't really like ruins or cities, trails, artifacts, anything like that, man, I get really excited. And I think it might be because my name is Troy and I just love like old stuff. So I've always been interested in anything like that. What's crazy is the one time I was in Istanbul, I didn't go to Troy because it was too far out of my way. It was like either you go to Thessaloniki or you go to Troy. Which way do you want to go? And I was like, let's go to Thessaloniki. But I always plan on going back to Troy just so I can see it. Oh no, Pakistan is great. Oh, ruins are great. I love how Thessaloniki is full of ruins. Yes. And I love going through Thessaloniki because I got to drive through. So I got to see so much of it. And it's so beautiful, man. So beautiful. And I didn't know until recently. I was at church and they said, yeah, in First Thessalonians, or they said in your Bible in Thessalonians. I was like, oh my God, when they say Thessalonians, they're talking about people from Thessaloniki. I was like, I had no clue that this was people from Thessaloniki. But I just think that that's super cool, man. Y'all are just so ingrained. Um, Texelia would be perfect for you because it's a ruin of an ancient city, I think. Oh, that's cool. You know, uh, genetically, I'm closer to the Trojans than the Greeks because I have native and gold Anatolian origins. Anatolian. I've never even heard of Anatolian. I don't know where that's from. Where's Anatolia? Or what is Anatolian? Who are Anatolian people? That's cool. Oh, understood, understood, understood. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. Isn't it crazy how you can learn something the more you know? Ding. By the way, what is happening in the world? Wars? Oh my God. Yeah. What's happening is there's a lot of people who feel like they are in charge, but they don't have to bear any of the burden. And so I think it's important now more than ever for us as citizens and people to hold people accountable. And I think sometimes in order to hold people accountable, you have to do things that people frown upon. But I think that it's absolutely necessary for us as people to not approve the things that we don't want to happen. So if that means, hey, sometimes somebody comes into your business who is somebody who you know is a negative person for the culture, don't serve the person. Don't worry about, hey, well, they earn this much money, and that's beside the point. We as people need to support one another. I think it's more important than ever that we all support um, safety, because we get along and we're all just normal people. They're trying to get us to fight things that have nothing to do with us, because we're all, nobody on here is rich as far as I know, right? Nobody on here is so wealthy to where we'll never have to work again. These people who are fighting these battles are so wealthy to where their children will not have to work, right? So I think it's very important for us to realize these things that they're getting us into are things that will only be to the detriment of us. And we need to use our freedom of speech and freedom of will to allow ourselves to do what we know is right and not allow these Epsteinian men to do what they will, right? It's very important for us to speak up and act accordingly, right? But I'm not Turkish because my great grandparents from Anatolia were Christians. They were considered Ottoman citizens, but not Turks because they didn't mix with the Turkish colonizers. We were Romans. Understood. That's crazy. That is so crazy. And I know, like in Greece, there is a big issue with the Turks. I got in there on Independence Day. I got to Patras on Independence Day, and they were like, I was like, oh, so y'all don't like the Turks? And they were like, F the Turkish. I was like, oh, snap. I just came from over there. But they were super mad. And they're like, yeah, it's still not good with us. And that's crazy, just how people are, you know? And so I say all that to say for centuries, we have been dealing with the fact that these rulers, these oligarchs, these monarchs, these Epsteinian men have allowed us to pay pay for their sins. So it's important that we are open and optimistic enough with one another to where we can hear what each other are saying and not allow propaganda to stop us from speaking and being open, you know? Uh, we were the last people to be similar. We were the last people to be called Romans, except the Romans in Italy. Oh, wow. Wow. Turkish and Greek people are very similar. We just have our powerful country people fighting. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how it always goes? They're always fighting for something stupid that none of us are going to gain anything from. But they expect us to hold these bitter feuds for centuries. And I think it's very important that we all take a step back and we say, just as citizens of the world, we're not okay with it. I think that's one thing that our generation can do, is go out of our way to allow the boomers of the different generations and Generation X and, you know, the silent generation to understand we're not down with the things that they're doing and we're not going to support it. If that means we don't need to go to work, if that means we need to stop doing whatever we need to do, It's going to help us as a people come closer, because we're all world citizens, and what they're trying to do is destroy the world, right? So it's very important that we are aware enough to make sure that we don't get ourselves in a crazy conflict that requires us to not even be able to speak, because that'll happen during world wars and craziness, right? But modern day Turks are a mix of native and uh, Anatolians, Greeks, Armenians, and Turks from Central Asia. So we are all pretty similar genetically. Understood. I love the lesson. I'm pinning that. I think it's beautiful that we're all so close. And even in America, because I'm Native American, I also have African American origins. There's all kinds of Hispanic origins. And so I think once we realize how close we are, we realize when we start fighting with people, we're really fighting with our ancestors. So it's really important for us all to be aware enough to know that we're allowing people to profit off the fact of us fighting our cousins, right? That's what I'm saying. The Pakistan and Indian thing is way to drag, way too dragged. I know we were wronged, but come on. It's the soldiers that have to say goodbye to their families, but the leaders that have war. Exactly. Isn't that crazy? They make billions of dollars on allowing us to go die, while I feel like politicians to be the first people in line. Just like the good old days when the kings used to go into battle, I think we should see more of that. I don't think politicians are so special to where they should be able to send other people and not have to worry about going to the front ever. They should be the first ones. They should be, if you want to send a group of Texans, you should take the governor of Texas. If you want to send a group of Houstonians, then you should have senators, and you should have congressmen, you should have elected state representatives. Those should be the people going into battle. We should have brand new, if the whole city's wiped out, we should have brand new politicians, right? And maybe they'll say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't keep fighting these battles. We shouldn't be so passive when we're allowing these people to stay wealthy and stay in power, right? Dominant DNA in the Anatolian DNA, and based on where they live, they either have a bit more Greek or Turkish DNA. That's awesome. Exactly my thoughts, dude. Like y'all go. Who said we want to die? Exactly. If you want to fight, you get a group of your constituents who voted for you, and y'all go over there. Don't do a draft. No, don't take the people who signed up to defend the country from foreign invaders when y'all want to say, okay, we want to start a war just because we know we have some people. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. That's not how it should work. If you want somebody to put their life on the line, I want to see you put your life on the line. Send one of your children. I think that would be great. If they made it to where politicians, if they didn't want to go, they had to send at least 2 or 3 of their children. If they have 3 children, they have to send 2 of their children, leave 1 at home. I think that's very fair, right? Native Anatolians used to be very famous and influential. Think of early church. Some of the most famous saints were Anatolians, like St. George, who killed the dragon. Understood. For real. You would make a great politician. I'd make a great politician, but I would also end politicians. So they don't want me to be a politician. Because if I were in charge, I would make sure that politicians' lives were completely public broadcast. I would make sure every meeting that they go to was completely public broadcasted. I would make sure that if a politician ever went into a meeting with a lobbyist or an interest group, I would make sure all of that was on TV 24/7, and it would be reported on. And then instead of having like ESPN where they debate on sports, they would debate about what the lobbyists were talking about in the meetings. I feel like anytime a lobbyist talks to a politician, it should be public document. publicly documented, and they should have a stenographer there typing it all up so we can see everything that they say. It should be for the public record, because that is how people end up going to war behind these lobbyists and interest groups who have thousands and billions of dollars in order to fight these battles that the average American can't. So in order to protect the people, or just people in general, you need to allow all of that to be public so we can see what's going on behind the veil, right? So that's me. But thank you so much for your vote. I'm gonna post that. That's the pin. I'll be a great politician. Thank you. My parents would be so proud until I became a politician. They're like, "What did you do?" What do you mean? What did I do? I made school free, and then I made healthcare free. What do you mean? Then I fired all the doctors who do cancer research and haven't figured out how to solve cancer. Yeah. Sadly, the Turks no longer care about their ancestors who were part of the Romans and Byzantines, or Byzantine, which is very sad. And now the native and Anatolians from history are just considered Greeks now. And it's easier that way. That's how they like it. They don't want anybody to know where they're coming from. They don't want you to know that you're really fighting people who are from your land. They don't really want you to know anything. They don't want you to know about Israel. It's like, you mention anything, oh, you're anti-Semite. It's like, okay, well, why don't we look into where these people are actually from to see if I'm actually anti-Semitic or not? Because from my research, it looks like brown people are the actual Semites. So, you know, it's neither here nor there. But I think we all have fantasies about us being big world leaders. I really don't want to be a big world leader, but if you ever put me in charge, I would destroy the government. So that's the only reason I would want to do it, because I would brick by brick dismantle all of the things that make the government so strong, because the government causes the problems. Every time that there was a huge war, it was because of the church or because of the government, and the government was run by the church. So what has changed? It's still the same thing, which is why churches don't pay taxes, right? Our religious groups don't pay taxes. They're completely separated, right? Even though they're not separated, because they're always like, yeah, you should vote for so-and-so. You shouldn't be able to even mention it. You talk about God. That's all you should be talking about. Hot topic. The store, also high. Hot topic. The store, also high. Hi. Oh, hey, what's up? That's so funny. What store? The store. Hot topic. The store. What about it? What happened at Hot Topic? You're talking about the actual store? Wait, you're supporting Israel? No, that's not what I said. Not at all. Not at all, bro. I don't support anybody who wants to bomb other people. No, no, no. I don't support people trying to kick people out of their own land because other people gave them weapons and guns. I don't support it. I don't support it. It doesn't mean that I think that they're horrible people. I think people are people. And I think people will take advantage of situations as long as they can. And so it's our job as American citizens to do what we know is right, and to not allow people to go all around the world antagonizing and subjugating people, and at the whole time saying, I can't believe they did that. Like with my kids, I will not allow my kids to go hit one of their siblings and then run around saying, oh, they made me sad. You hit them. And now you're acting like you're a victim when you started the fight. Now you're mad that they're chasing you. They're chasing you because you did something wrong. And you need to understand that you deserve what you're getting. Okay? And I think that it's crazy just how as brown people we're taught to forget and forgive. And they're always taught to remind everybody of how they've been done wrong. And I don't think that that's helping anything. I think it's helping support why people are so negative to one another. I think everybody needs to understand we're all people and we all need to forgive. We all need to be understanding. We all need to let things go in order to make things better. Once you say somebody else can remember and hold it against people and other people can't, that's when you start disintegrating society. Well, the native Anatolians did consider themselves Greek Orthodox Christians and spoke Greek. Understood, understood. That's awesome. But you know that Christianity was a big deal, right? And they came in there, started ripping down all those temples. It was a big deal. Oh gosh, I got scared for a second. Not gonna lie. No, no. I think anytime that you use government force in order to push your religious views, you're in the wrong. So I think any religion that uses weaponry or governmental force is doing something that has no business with religion, right? When I saw the title, I thought it was about the store. That is so funny. Also, churches still don't pay taxes. Exactly. I thought it only was around the old times of Copernicus and all. Yeah, it's like a normal thing. I think it's crazy that we're still dealing with all these issues, and the thing that hasn't changed all this time is organized religion. Maybe that's our problem, is organized religion. Saying the thing nobody wants to say. Organized religion is crazy, man. They make a lot of money by separating us and dividing us and making us think that everybody's against us. So it's very important for you to understand, it's not your job to just believe in one religion. Religion is used to control. Y'all need to watch a movie called Heretic. Has Hugh Grant in it. Great movie. And that's one of the lines he said. He said, what is the main point of religion? It's to control people. It's true. I also thought about the store too. We don't even have Hot Topic in Greece. I think I just heard about it from the A movie. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, Hot Topic, it was a vibe, man. For a long time, Hot Topic was a place to go to. And then things sort of changed, but still, it's an amazing store. If you want to get some golf clothes or something like that, it's still the place to go to. But now it's so easy to get stuff online. For a long time, it was the only place you could get like studded belts and certain band shirts. Like all the band shirts would go there. And for a long time, it was the hub. But yeah, things sort of changed. But yeah, man, I see how y'all could have thought that I was talking about Hot Topic the store. But yeah, I didn't even think about that until you guys mentioned it. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy one. Yeah, I'll straighten my wavy hair and get some leather boots and pointy bracelets. Sure. Yes, exactly. That's really the vibe, bro. And there was a time, right? Everybody goes through that era and is like, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm fine. I just want to go to my room. But I think that it's an amazing era, bro, to have been around in. But yeah, man, I wanted to be goth when I was younger. Hey, I think everybody deserves an era to be goth. Sometimes you just want to lock yourself in your room and listen to music really loud. And sometimes it's necessary, right? I just think I had a crush on a goth cartoon girl. That happens too. One time, same. That's so funny. One time I had a girl at my school who I really liked, and she was in a dance class. And when I say dance, she was like in ballet dance. I changed my schedule to join ballet dance just so that I could be closer to her and see her. But the crazy thing is, I joined and I was on entry level ballet, so I was in ballet 1. She was in ballet like 3 or ballet 2 or something like that. So I never ever saw her. Embarrassing. I was like, can I change this? I do not want to be in here. Super embarrassing. But yeah, you know how it is. When you meet somebody you like, you're like, hey, I need to be around you, girl. Just to be close to you. Yeah. I was off key. But that is a Lionel Richie song. But yeah. Or maybe it's the Commodores. That was the band that Lionel Richie was in before he went to just Lionel Richie. But yeah. Uh Music jump scar. That is so funny. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for being consistent. It is amazing having y'all here. And I'm telling myself I want to go live more consistently. Uh, but I don't want to make you guys go live with things that y'all aren't interested in. Thank you. I had the same crush for 3 years. Hey, isn't that crazy how it goes? One time, one of those girls who I was at a crush with, I proposed to her with a real diamond ring, and she said no. For the rest of the day, girls were coming up to me talking about, "I'll be your girlfriend." Nah, I'm cool, man. I just got my heart crushed. I'm cool. You good? You good? You good? Last time I ever did that, until I got married, and then I asked her, and she said yes. Thank God. Embarrassing, right? But yeah, crazy moment. When my hair goes up like this, it reminds me of the movie Something Got Married, Something About Mary, where she's like, "Is that hair gel?" And she puts it in her hair and it just sticks up. Yeah, crushes are crazy, man. They teach you, life is temporary because things change after you get a crush. I want to do a hair part real quick. Hair part. Is it gonna work? Y'all think it's gonna work? Oh, it's okay. Sort of works. Sort of works. Thank you for thanking Yo. That here, that's so funny. Thank you. I think religion is used to maintain a feeling of control in life with arbitrary rules and stuff um, to make you occupied. I completely agree. I feel like religion is cool, but I feel like the fact that they try to use it in order to control us is what's so crazy about it, and it makes me second, triple, and quadruple guess it because the people who are in control and the people who make the most money don't believe in religion. They don't believe in any of that stuff. You never see them at church. You never see them pray or anything, and they are just fine. And it makes me really have serious doubts about a lot of things. Just because the most rotten, spoiled, and insolent people are the people who do the best. And we are completely taught in our religions, do what is right and good things will happen. When will the good things happen? That's the question. When will these good things happen? You need to be docile, need to be understanding, but the people who are running the world are going to be completely um, insane and debaucherous, and like y'all seen these Epstein files. Like these are people who are actually in charge and have been in charge for decades. And the fact that they expect us all to be calm while we're watching this lets you know y'all think that this is normal, which is more of a thing to worry about, right? You can try being emo if you want. It's never too late. That is so funny. I have certain days where I'm emo. I'm just not gonna straighten my hair. I used to straighten my hair, and it really messed up my curls. I had a hair that just like when I met my wife, I had a hair that was just like this, and it would never go completely back straight. It just stayed there, and so ever since then, I stopped wanting to straighten my hair. ALR, what's that mean? I have to head out. Goodbye. See you soon, dude. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. It was great having you here. I'm about to get out of here too. We're at the hour mark. I'm gonna pray for everybody and get out. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you for allowing us to have an open conversation. No hatred in the comments, just love, understanding, and respect. Thank you for all the history that was expressed today, and thank you for all of us being from different corners of the world and really being able to connect and appreciate one another. Thank you for that. Thank you for the technology era that we're in so that we can have these kind of conversations. And please watch over all of us, um, keep us all safe, and allow us not to go into World War III behind ignorant people who have money and power. And in your name we pray. Amun. All right, you guys. I straighten my hair wavy. I straightened my wavy hair only once for a joke. Then my sister got a new straightener. That is so funny. Bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you as well. It's a roundabout. It's all roundabouts, but basically, you just trick yourself into working hard for your goal through prayer being manifestation. LOL. Thank you for your light, Troy. That is so funny. Thank you for praying for me and us. I'll pray for you guys too. Muslim. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. What is it? Oh my goodness, I am having a brain fart. I am so sorry. Um, Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. Uh, I apologize about that, but that's beautiful. My kids and I, we go to the mosque every now and then. Alaikum salam. Exactly. Uh, uh, I really respect Muslims that I know because I know y'all have to go through the most rigorous life of any other religion. And so I just say, like, it's impossible that you're telling me Muslims aren't going to go to heaven and Christians get to go to heaven, as wild as we are and the things that we do. If I don't see Muslims in heaven, I know that something went wrong, bro. Y'all are tripping. Because I have mad respect for y'all. And y'all are, right now, y'all are celebrating your, I'm just having a brain for it. Y'all are fasting right now, right? So now you can eat. Well, is it night where you're at? It might not be nighttime, but you should be fasting now. So blessings. Enjoy that Ramadan. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum is hello. Many blessings be upon you. You can say that as a goodbye too. Understood. Yes, I'm fasting right now. It's 10 a.m. right now here. Wow. So you got a long day. So I have so much respect for y'all. Everybody here. I have so much respect for all of y'all. I'm so blessed to have y'all here. Just people from all corners of the world. It's such a blessing to have y'all here. Just be having a conversation with y'all. Have a beautiful day. Assalamu alaikum. Efharisto. And y'all have a beautiful one. Yep. The fast opens at 6 p.m. Wow. Well, blessings. Drink a lot of water and enjoy your day. Y'all be safe, be blessed, and don't let the world get you down, right? Be the best people that y'all can be, right? I feel nice when you speak Greek. Yeah, you're pretty good at it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to learn some more so I can surprise you guys with some different words, not just like tzatziki. 13 hours of fasting. Goodbye. Yeesh. That is beautiful, though. That is beautiful. I respect you so much for doing that. I think the most that I can get fasting is normally like 8 hours. I think I've done 10, but after that, I normally mash on something. But y'all be beautiful. Assalamu alaikum. And Efaristo. Y'all be beautiful. Stay out of trouble. Be the best versions of yourself, and don't let somebody ruin something that you're building. Okay, and you don't ruin it by arguing with people. By the way, how does Christian fasting work? Literally, we just fast until we feel like not eating, or until we feel like eating. We have no rules. We're crazy people. We have no rules. If you want to fast for 5 minutes, you fast for 5 minutes. If you want to fast for 5 hours, it's fine. If you want to fast for 2 days, that's fine. So it just sort of, you know, depends on whatever we feel like doing. I talked positive to myself yesterday. Even though a lot of negative things happen, I'm proud of myself. That's a beautiful thing, you guys. Make sure when y'all are going to sleep, when y'all are going through your hard times, try to talk positively to yourself at least 3 times a day for 3 minutes. Okay, let's work on that. I'm gonna work on it with you guys, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Cool. That seems fun. Fast for 1 minute. LOL. Nice, nice. Pretty much. That's how we are. We're very relaxed over here. You do anything wrong, just like, oh dear Lord, please forgive me. In my heart, I know I was wrong, and then you just do the same thing over again. Oh dear Lord, please forgive me. I was wrong. It's like that's impossible that works. But I remember one time I got in an argument with my granny about that. I was like, that is wrong. You can't go to heaven and just do what you want to do, and at the end of your life just say, dear Lord, please forgive me. I know in my heart I was wrong, and I accept you in my life. No, you're a bad person. But yeah, y'all be safe. Uh, be the beautiful spirits that y'all are, and allow the abundance to come into your life. Into your life, and let's back up for this. Shine, 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 shine. Shine your light, shining in the dark. Y'all be safe, be beautiful, and be bold. Oh my God, LOL. And right, Lord knows when you were trying to trick him. Exactly, He knows your heart, and He knew you were going to trick him when your great grandparents were making their kids. They knew it was going to happen. We love you, man. Peace out. Peace. Be safe. Got an exam tomorrow. Give me motivation, dude. You're full of energy. It's biology. Hey, you guys can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish, whether that be negative or positive. Do not allow yourself to stick yourself into a vat of doing negativity. Allow all that positive energy that you have to be poured out on the things that you want to see flourish. Allow all that negative energy to be transposed into something to where you can make something beautiful. Sometimes in recycling, you have to take trash in order to make something that you actually want, okay? So allow yourselves to transmute all the negative energy that you see, and allow yourselves to create the positivity that you want to see in the world. Only way that's going to happen is by you shining your light when you need to, and you saving that light. Sometimes you have to do like in Tai Chi. It's like you have a ball of energy. You have to keep the ball of energy going, because the ball of energy is your chi. Okay, allow that chi to be positive, allow it to be strong, and use it where you need it. Don't waste your chi on things and people that you should not waste your chi on. Y'all can accomplish anything, whether negative or positive. So be particular about what you want to apologize, or what you want to accomplish, right? And don't apologize for things you know you need to do, right? You got this. You're going to top that exam. Yes, you got this. Very motivational. Goodbye. Y'all be straight. Okay, wait. That's actually good. Thank you so much. No problem, man. Y'all be safe, man. I'm going to pin that comment before I get out of here. Y'all be safe. Y'all be a blessing to everybody that you need to be a blessing to, especially yourself. I love that you guys are supporting one another. It's beautiful. Y'all be cool. Y'all be easy, breezy, beautiful. And I think we should call each other like Trojans, or maybe I should call y'all Trojans now, because we got a couple Greeks on here. I just think that it would be appropriate. And my name's Troy, so I'm just thinking. If you guys think that's offensive, maybe I'll come up with another word. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Stay out of trouble. And I'll try to be back tomorrow. All right? And I'm working on the song, working on the film, so y'all will see that soon. All right? Love y'all. Be safe. Love on yourselves, and don't give love to people who don't love you. Don't allow your energy to be used, right? Yeah, I'll become a Greek for you guys, and that is so funny. This stream is a Trojan horse by that logic. I love that. I love that. I'm screenshotting this, and I'm going to pin that comment before we get out of here. I love it. Enjoy this Trojan horse in your minds. Allow it to impregnate your brain with great positivity and abundance. Okay? Y'all be safe. Do what you will with the energy that you have, but don't spare it on people who don't deserve it. All right? Be great. And y'all are such a blessing to me. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed just to have y'all around, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Enjoy your Ramadan, enjoy your fasting, enjoy your studying, enjoy your abundance, enjoy the blessings that are coming your way, because you guys deserve it. All right, and stay safe out there. All right, love y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves, and take care of the ones who love y'all. All right, bye. Thank y'all. You're the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Y'all be safe. Peace.